How to treat hemorrhoids. I wish it was a simple, easy question to answer. It is not. I'm no doctor, but I'm the founder of Hem Healer. I cleared up my own hemorrhoids after 15 years of just brutal, very painful hemorrhoids. And it led me on a very long journey to find out as much as I could about hemorrhoids and from what causes them, the treatments. As you know, there's a lot of crazy home remedies out there. So what we're going to be talking about today is not only how to treat hemorrhoids, but how to treat the hemorrhoids you have. Before we get into treating it, the best thing to do is find out what's happening and why it happened, right? So what's the actual causes of hemorrhoids? There's a lot. That's why before we get into the treatment of them, let's figure out how you got them. Because it can go all the way down to just being tall. If you're like a tall person, you get hemorrhoids. If you weightlift, you're doing squats real heavy, you can get hemorrhoids. If you're stressed out, hemorrhoids. If you sit too much, hemorrhoids. If you don't get enough exercise, hemorrhoids. High blood pressure, hemorrhoids. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, right? Too much sugar, if you drink a lot of alcohol. These are all things that can cause hemorrhoids. And the way that you know that it's, that there's inflammation going on with your body with one of, or a poor decision or a poor habit is that they continually come, so that they become chronic hemorrhoids, right? So maybe you just got hemorrhoids right now for the first time, you're freaked out, or maybe it's been years and years and years of hemorrhoids. Either way, what we're gonna talk about now is how to treat those hemorrhoids and try to get them gone for good. So let's talk about treatment. So because we know there's so many different ways, things that can occur that cause those hemorrhoids, we got to find the things that work for us. I think the best way to start is first explaining all the stuff that we see in the pharmacies, which is the creams and the suppositories. Okay, most of those are lidocaine and witch hazel. So what that's designed to do is, the witch hazel is a powerful anti-inflammatory, really good one actually. And then lidocaine, which actually numbs the area. So if you have painful poops, anything like that, that really can help. But it doesn't take all the point. I only find usually takes about 10 to 20%. If you've had good results with any of those, just let me know. The other thing is suppositories are basically the same thing, right? So first of all, it's finding out what type of hemorrhoids you have as well. There's internal, external, and thrombosis, right? So, man, there's so much to this stuff, and one can be very, very painful. The externals, a lot of blood, even to a point where you can bleed to where it sends you to the hospital. It's very rare, but it does happen, right? So what we have to figure out first is, A, where is this fella? And B, is this your first time? Because a lot of times, hemorrhoids will tend to kind of clear themselves up in a week or two. So those creams and suppositories work really, really well for that, right? Now, if this is your second or third time, the chances of it happening again are very, very high. So what do you do in that standpoint? We're gonna talk a little bit about all the crazy stuff you'll see online, like use, Vicks VapoRub, put sugar on it, onions and coconut oil mixed together and compounded on that. There's a lot of different things. I'm not saying they don't work. I just like to know what's proven and works well, right? So the products that my company makes, Hem Hero, Hem Rescue, and Hem Easy Flow Fiber, are all designed to do different things at different points with your hemorrhoid experience, right? So if you're chronic, the problem is that those veins kind of grow, expand, and they just get weak. So even a little bit of inflammation, boom, your hemorrhoids are back. That's what happened to me, and they're getting severely painful. And they were 6 months and I couldn't get rid of them. So just constant pain. So the capsule that I developed has an ingredient that comes from an orange, that's an Asian orange. And what it actually does is it strengthens the walls of the veins. So for me being a chronic sufferer, it's called Hem Hero, that built those walls up nice and strong, and it made it very, very hard for them to come back, right? Another product we have is Rescue, which is an actual powder form of witch hazel and vitamin C, some butcher's broom. We got a lot of really good stuff in there, and that's meant to take, if you've got a lot of inflammation in your body, a lot of times we don't even know what the inflammation is. Is it coming from diet? Is it coming from drinking too much? Like, where is it coming from, right? So, but if it's always in your system, Rescue is a killer. It does great. And finally, we have Easy Flow Fiber. So if you're dealing with constipation, you take a handful of these and off you go. But the even better thing is we also use cayenne in there, which is an anti-inflammatory as well. So it's the only fiber pill on the market that actually is an anti-inflammatory. So these are kind of basically your options. And your last option is surgery. I've heard nothing but nightmarish stories about these surgeries. You know, they started around $4,000, very painful recovery, and I've seen a lot of people complain and then they come back. So there's a lot going on there with all the different treatments. My thing is, if you've got hemorrhoids, you know, do some research. It really does help you once you understand what's going on with your body. And then, hey, if you want to talk right to an expert, you can call our customer service staff at 863-302-8006. You get somebody that'll talk to you and help you through the process and get you into the right thing to help you get rid of those hemorrhoids. So I hope this video helped. If you got any crazy type of ways that you've cleared them up or treated them, just leave a comment below and we'll see you on the next one.